My final step then is just to go ahead and write the ratios using the triangle that we created. And just so the triangle looks a little cleaner, I'm going to sketch that down here with less distraction. So this one in red is just going to be a duplicate of the green triangle. So it's a negative square root of 1 to the left. It's a positive square root of 3 since it's an upward movement to get to this point, and the hypotenuse is always positive. Okay. Just a kind of as a side note, when you sketch your triangles, realize that you're always trying to think about how do I get to the corner of the bow tie. So in quadrant 1, to get to this top corner, I would move forward and up, which means those are both positive numbers. So the values on those sides of the triangle should always be positive. If we move backwards in quadrant 2, I would have to move back and then up, which means it should be a negative and a positive value that you see on that triangle. And if you match that with the question we're working on, you can see that the bottom edge is negative and the left edge is positive. All right. Once you get to quadrant 3, you would go down, or excuse me, you would go backwards and down, and both of those would be negative values. In quadrant 4, you would move forward and then down, and so that would be a negative value. All right. This would be a good thing to kind of memorize or write down on the top of your paper as you start these questions, and hopefully that will help you avoid making mistakes with the positive and negative values. All right, so our final step is just to label theta inside our triangle over here, and just go ahead and use SOHCAHTOA to help us out. So since sine is opposite over hypotenuse, we're going to end up with the square root of 3 over 2. And when we take the reciprocal of that, we're going to get 2 square roots of 3 over 3 after simplifying. All right, now cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so that's going to be a negative 1/2. And the reciprocal of that is a negative 2 or a negative 2 over 1, whichever you prefer. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, so it's going to be the square root of 3 over negative 1, but it's better to bring the negative out front. So we're going to simplify that to a negative square root of 3. And then when I take the reciprocal of that and simplify, we're going to get 1 over a negative square root of 3, which means we'll get a negative square root of 3 over 3 after simplifying. And at that point, you're done.